Hey guys, and welcome to my home gym. Over the years I gathered many fitness implements. Some of them I bought, others I built myself, mostly during the COVID lockdown. This is all I use and they serve me pretty well. There is basically no exercise I want to perform and cannot. Here is my local running track where I do most of my running. For running on asphalt or track I use these Mizuno shoes. For trail and snow running I use these La Sportiva shoes, which I also use for sport shooting competitions as well. They have an incredible grip. All my biking on and off-road is done on this specialized Crave hardtail mountain bike. I bought it used for a third of the price and replaced the damaged parts. I do all the maintenance myself for all the bikes in the house. It's fun and also cheaper. I also use Shimano shoes, a Fox helmet and some biking clothing, depending on the season. I am a big fan of rowing for conditioning, and this is the perfect machine for home use. It is a portable whipper rower, which I'm very enthusiastic about. I backed it up on Indiegogo and had to wait a full year to receive it. It is lightweight, can be packed in a smaller space, and comes with accessories to use this as a paddle boat or even a ski-erg. On the gymnastics side, for push-ups on parallels I use these. For dips, I use some sturdy garden chairs, and for pull-ups, toe-to bars and other hanging exercises, I build myself this bar outside. Unfortunately, I miscalculated the diameter of the bar itself, so I am now forced to build a good grip as well. Together with it, I use this pair of grips and also rings, which I can hang from the bar. Rings are very good as they introduce a lot of stabilization work around some otherwise standard exercises. Another thing that I commonly use is this pad, which I sometimes use for my back or as a landing pad for my head when doing handstand push-ups, which is something I only started doing recently. For plyometric training I use this jump box, which I built based on specifications and tutorials I found on the internet. It is very sturdy and I built it for about half the price of a store product. For various weightlifting, I use a pair of configurable dumbbells, which I can load up to 40 kg each. I also have these 4 kettlebells, 4 kg, 8 kg, 16 kg and 24 kg. As I am passionate about powerlifting and Olympic weightlifting, I have this 20 kg ATX Black Mamba CrossFit barbell. It is very sturdy, you can throw it with weights on the ground. I had no issues with it so far. It goes along with this set of weights. I have here a total of 109 kg, this pair of Nike Romaleos lifting shoes and a set of wrist wraps. I combine my weights with this foldable bench, very useful for bench presses and similar exercises, even inclined. I also use this squat rack that takes very little space and can be used for squats and bench presses. For functional training, I am using these 5 kg and 9 kg slam balls and also this 8 kg mace, together with an old car tire. I use resistance bands for exercises and recovery work as well. I like to jump rope a lot, I use this speed rope for that. This configurable weight vest can add between 6 and 10 kg to pretty much any exercise you do. Specifically for strengthening my grip for sport shooting, I am using some Flexors, Extensors and a Powerball. For balance work, I usually don't use a lot of accessories besides this balance disc. I sometimes sit up to 20 minutes on it without falling. I also make use of this stepper when needed, and I'm quite a big fan of the ab wheel. Every time I get new gear, my target is for them to take as little space as possible. Even that means that each time I work out I need to mount them and dismount them. I would love to hear about the gear you use in the comments below, and until next time, stay fit!